good evening to you all. Welcome to the webinar on ACCA Roadmap for 2026-2027. This is your mentor for the session. Before I get into an introduction about myself and what you're going to get in this webinar today, I would want to hear from all of you what your background is, where you are in your professional journey or your educational journey, so that I get a good glimpse to understand and to set the pace for the class. So I would request all of you to just use the Zoom chat functionality, type in about yourself, what you are doing, where you are from, your job if you are working, and if you are studying any course other than ACCA, or if you have already started ACCA, just let's get into that. Okay, I would request all of you to please quickly start with an introduction about yourself, and then we'll get into the full groove of this webinar. If you want to unmute and talk, that's also fine. Okay, I see Rajat. Rajat has done BCom and is CA interqualified. Okay. Micah is from Pune, studying in class 12. Good to see you. Shruti is, okay, she has cleared CA final group 2 and has completed BCom. All right. Others also quickly send in your messages in the chat, please. Ashish is in BCom, third semester. Okay. So I see that it's a mixed crowd. Okay. What we will do is we will quickly get into an introduction about myself so that okay, Anubhav is from Kolkata, has completed CA into Group 1 and currently pursuing ACCA. So you have already started your journey with ACCA, Anubhav. Have you appeared for any of the papers till now? Okay, well done. So I'm sure you already have a good idea about the course, but nevertheless, it's always good to join such webinars to grow and update your knowledge. Okay, so you've already appeared for FR. So in quick introduction of myself, I am Anushka Jain, CA and ACCA. I qualified as a chartered accountant in May 2017, cleared all the levels in the first go, and landed a job in Coca-Cola in Bangalore. It was during this time, as I was working, I developed an interest in international financial practices. Financial management was always my domain. So I wanted to study more about it at an international level also. So it was during this time that I decided to take up ACCA. So it was in 2019, June, that I gave my first paper. That was Advanced Financial Management. Now, because I was a chartered accountant, we will be talking about this more in the upcoming slides. Now, because I was a chartered accountant, I was exempt from 9 out of the total 13 papers. That means I had to appear for just 4 out of the 4 papers at the strategic professional level. So I chose my favorite, Advanced Financial Management, and I got world rank 2 and all India rank 1 in that paper. Then came September 2019. I gave 2 mandatory papers. Again, we'll come to what is mandatory, what is optional in the upcoming slides. So I gave 2 mandatory papers, SBR and SBL, in September. And then came December, I gave another optional paper, which was APM. And within a span of some 6 months, I was done with the course. And that gave me the credentials ACCA before my name. Right, so that was my journey education-wise. Post I worked with Coca-Cola, I eventually moved on to Pernod Ricard, India. Pernod Ricard, India is a liquor, it's a liquor company, second largest manufacturer in the world, known popularly by the brand names of Ballantine's, Chivas Regal, right? So I joined there as a financial manager. And then I moved on to Flipkart as a business finance partner for their fintech division. And again, I called back into Pernod Ricard, India, as the head of finance for sales operations of Northeast India. And then I also chose, I took up coaching as in teaching students in 2020. So I've been teaching subjects like AFM, APM, FM, PM, MA, BT. So different papers at different levels of the ACCA career, ACCA's journey. And it has been about 6 years now that I have been into coaching students. I've trained hundreds of students in my journey so far. And I have had students who have outpaced my achievement also. Like one of my students, she got All India rank 1 and world rank 1 in the AFM paper. So good experience with teaching and the vast experience I got in corporates, MNCs, in the finance domain. And here I am, with all this gained through my, educational journey in CA and ACCA, that now I've moved full time into coaching the students. I've been associated with VGLT itself for the last 6 years in coaching the students. Right, VGLT itself boasts of 34 years legacy in finance education. I have myself been a student of VG sir. I took my, taxation papers from him, and it was he who actually encouraged me to join the ACCA course. So all of us, we, once in our lives, we find that guiding light, and it has been VG sir for me, and I'm sure you will also find good mentors in your life who just catapult you up your educational and professional journey. Right? So that's about quick introduction about myself. And now we move into the next slide. What is ACCA and why is it global? I would request all of you to keep it like a two-way webinar. It's not just me who is supposed to be talking. If you want to share something, you have any doubts in your mind, just please make use of the chat functionality. Put in your thoughts there and I'll address them in the webinar itself. Nothing to feel shy about. Feel confident, ask whatever comes to your mind. So ACCA is short for Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. It is based in United Kingdom, London, right? However, its recognition is not just limited to UK. Rather, it is recognized in 180 plus countries across the globe. That's almost like a global profession and qualification. So it's a global qualification for finance, audit, and accounting professionals. And I must say, from experience, it is really, really interesting, in depth, and really gears you up for what is expected out of you in a professional setup. If any one of you is working, you will be able to reverberate my thoughts better, because as we move ahead, I'm going to be telling you the type of questions that come in the paper. Okay, so that preparation strategy itself will just gear you up for what you're going to be expecting in the corporate career. So once you are qualified as an ACCA, you get works in Big Fours, MNCs, consulting firms, investment banking firms, primarily in fintech and corporate finance. You can get to work in audit field, you can get to work in taxation field, you name it and you get it, because it is that diverse as a qualification. So you must be knowing, right, that CA gives you an exposure to work anywhere in India and some of the Gulf countries. We're going to come to that also, CA versus ACCA. At the same time, ACCA gives you that exposure across the globe. So if you have those, urges in you that, okay, I want to be working anywhere in the world, ACCA is that course for you. It has got 247,000 plus members worldwide. Okay, that's the data as per December 25. So we have got a big community of ACCA members. So once you qualify, you become an ACCA affiliate. And if you want to be associated with it, and you can become a member also. Okay. So that's about a quick glimpse into what ACCA is. It's an accounting and finance qualification which gives you recognition in 180 plus countries across the globe. I'll take a pause here. If any one of you want to share something, just let me know. Please feel free to ask any doubt that you get. If it's going to be covered later, I'll tell you to wait and then we'll cover it later. Anything, any specific query, just feel free to ask. Okay, let's move ahead. As the topics come, maybe you'll get some doubts in your mind. Let's now look at why is ACCA the future of finance. I'm sure you all want to be studying to be relevant. It's not something that, okay, my friend is doing it, I want to be doing it. You all want to be studying to stay relevant in your careers. Not someone who can be written off maybe through some AI or some, any development. You want to be relevant, and ACCA that gives you is that course which gives that relevance. It is a global recognition, as I told you, one qualification which is accepted in 180 plus countries. It is a future-ready curriculum, and I must applaud ACCA for this. The curriculum is top-notch. There is strong focus on technology, data, and evolving finance roles. ACCA itself recognizes that the world of finance is constantly evolving. You are no longer just bookkeepers. You are going to be consultants and managers in companies, rising up to the levels of CFO. And ACCA really updates its syllabus and curriculum in those lines. And I'm going to give you a glimpse of that as we proceed ahead in the webinar. So it's a future-ready curriculum with strong focus on technology. And I'll give you an example to prove it. So ACCA exams, they are conducted digitally. No longer are you, see, all of you, any one of you is working also, you recognize that you no longer use pen and paper to be documenting or working on files. You really do it on your laptop, on your computers, on files using Excel, Word, different softwares that you use, ERP packages. ACCA recognizes that the exams are done digitally, okay? And the papers itself, and that's not just at the final level, right? From the initial foundation level, you start giving your exams in digital format, which really gears you up for a professional career ahead. Okay, it's not like suddenly you are doing a pen and paper exam and you're moved on to computers. That's not what ACCA does. Pratyaksh asks, ma'am, can I pursue ACCA with BCom? Absolutely, yes. And you're going to be eligible for some exemptions also. So hold on for the webinar. You're going to be learning what exemptions you can get. Navya asks, ma'am, so you can put your query to everyone so that all of you can read each other's queries. Okay, Navya? But I'll read out your query. You have sent it to me personally. Ma'am, how can a class 12 student apply for it? You're going to be seeing it very soon. I'm going to cover that in the webinar here. Okay. Yes, so there is high demand in Big Fours and MNCs. Companies need ACCAs for international reporting and compliances. Very much the need of the hour. It is flexible and faster route. And we're going to be covering this in detail further also. There are going to be multiple exam windows. You are going to get to sit exams multiple times in a year. Okay. So multiple exam windows are there. On-demand exams. Look at the beauty of it. At the foundation level, I'm going to come back to it later. You can literally demand exam and you get the exam when you are ready. Okay, so you don't have to wait for a quarter or half year or 1 year to end to appear for the exam. You can literally sit for the exam when you are ready. Okay, on-demand exam and exemption options. So that is also something on the cards. We're going to be covering that as well. So it's very flexible. So, a lot of times you might hear others talking, like ACCA is very simple. But let me tell you, ACCA is simple, but not in terms of the curriculum. Its curriculum is very advanced. I'm talking from experience, having done both the courses, CA and ACCA. It is highly advanced as a curriculum, but the easiness comes because of the flexibility it offers. And I'll tell you something, it is really tailor made for working people or for those who are already studying something else. So you can do it along with anything because of the flexibility it offers. And we're going to deep dive into this more as we move ahead in the webinar, right? Then there is borderless career growth. You can literally get opportunities for remote work anywhere in the world. You might be sitting in the Himalayas and working for companies across the globe, right? There's global mobility and higher earning potential. Who doesn't want to be working in different countries, right? So you get global mobility and higher earning potential. So your borders, your political borders, they don't matter to you anymore if you are having this qualification. Gives you that mobility, that global mobility that you need, right? Please go through the slide. Anything which comes to your mind, just put it in the chat and I'll get back to you. No, you won't. You get this qualification, which is as it is recognized across the globe. It is itself an international qualification. There could be some papers, Monica. So Monica is asking, like, to work abroad, like, should we be giving other exams? So specifically, again, country to country, there could be some exams to test you for your tax skills because tax of each country is different. So there could be some exams which the countries could impose to get a practicing license over there. But otherwise, the course is recognized as it is in the international forum. Okay. Self-study is definitely possible. I won't say it is not. But when you get a mentor or a coach to guide you in the subject, because the exam pattern is very unique, something that you don't see in your regular exams. So self-study is possible, but if you accompany it with an expert guidance in your papers, it really gives you an edge. Okay, you're just not learning, you're learning with practical experiences, which the faculties would be able to provide to you. Okay. So let's move ahead. Anything else? Sheikh, I see your message. USCMA. You want to ask something about USCMA? If you get any follow-on questions also to what you have asked and what I've answered, please feel free to do it, okay? There's nothing to feel shy about. You can please keep it as a two-way webinar. Right? So what are the top five reasons why ACCA gives you that future in finance? Number one, it is a global recognition. It's a future-ready curriculum. You're going to be learning about AI. You're going to be learning about so many different international financial and accounting practices. You will love it. High demand in big fours and MNCs. That's what the career is going to be giving you at the top. Then flexible and faster route. And lastly, borderless career growth. You can work anywhere you want. All right, let's move to the next slide. And now I come to the curriculum and the levels which are there in ACCA. So there are 3 levels. Everyone, please pay attention. Any doubt, just pause me and let me know. So there are 3 levels in ACCA. First is a knowledge level, then we have skill level, and lastly, professional level. So if you qualify these three levels, you are going to be an ACCA. Okay. You also need to do an EPSM, Ethics and Professional Skills module, which is a self-paced module that can be done digitally, but that's again a very small portion of it. And also you need to do 3 years of professional experience under a proper designated uh, accounting and financial firm to be able to get the credentials fully, like to get the ACCA members certificate. But to pass the papers that you have to do, there are 3 levels. One is knowledge, skill, and professional. Now, at each level, there are different number of papers. So at the knowledge level, you have BT, MA, and FA. Okay? BT, MA, and FA. Just give me 1 second, please. Yeah, USCMA, if you have qualified, you can still pursue this course. Definitely, you will get, in fact, some common papers as well, right? Now, coming back, so the knowledge level has got 3 papers, BT, MA, and FA. Okay, we are going to be learning about what they stand for in the upcoming slides also. Okay, so we're going to be learning about these papers. So BT, MA, FA, 3 papers at the knowledge level. It sets down the foundation. So these are foundational papers for business and accounting. What you're going to be expecting ahead in your journey as an ACCA. So it sets the foundation. Then you've got the skill level. Skill level has got 6 papers, which you can see on the screen. And that is LW. LW is law. Let me just tell you the full form here itself. So BT is business and technology paper. MA is management accounting paper. FA is financial accounting paper. So BT, MA, FA, these are the 3 papers which will set the foundation for business and accounting. At the skill level, you've got 6 papers. What are those 6 papers? Law. Okay, LW is for law. Then you have PM. PM is performance management. TX is taxation. FR is financial reporting, basically your accountancy paper. Okay, FR is financial reporting. Then AA. AA is audit and assurance. AA is audit and assurance. FM is financial management. So these are the 6 papers. Of course, these will be more advanced than what you're seeing at the knowledge level. They will give you some practical finance, audit, and accounting skills. You're going to be learning about global laws as well. So it's a very good set of 6 papers. All these papers are mandatory. There are no optional papers among them. But as we move on to the final level is the professional level. So at the professional level, you have to appear for 4 papers. Okay, you're going to be seeing 6 names here, 6 papers, but out of those 6 papers, you have to give only 4 papers. And what are those 4 papers? SBL, which is Strategic Business Leader. That's a very good management paper. Okay, really interesting. It gives you some detailed case studies. And as if you are working in some big company, you're facing this scenario at work, and how do you address it? Okay, so those case studies and detailed ones. So SBL is really a proper management paper. Okay, then I'll come to those, that question, Navya, like, is it necessary to give papers at each level? I'll cover that with exemptions slide. But yes, these are the paper you have to appear if you're starting right from the beginning. Let's say if you're starting after class 12, yes, you have to appear for all these papers. But if you have some other qualification, there would be some exemptions. So yes, coming back, SBL is what? A management paper called Strategic Business Leader, as if you are the leader of an organization and you're facing a scenario, how do you deal with it? So SBL, then SBR, okay? SBR is what? Your accountancy paper, Strategic Business Reporting. Okay, Strategic Business Reporting plus 2 optional papers. And you can select the 2 optional papers out of these 4. What are they? AFM, which is Advanced Financial Management, ATX, Advanced Taxation, AAA, Advanced Audit and Assurance, and APM, Advanced Performance Management. So out of these 4 optional papers, you need to give only 2. Okay, you can choose. There is no rule around the choice. Whatever feels good to you, you can go for those papers. Whatever you feel will be relevant for what you want to pursue in the future, you can select those papers out of these 4. So 2 out of 4. And these 2, SBL, SBR, are mandatory papers. SBL, SBR are mandatory papers. So they will give you advanced analysis and leadership skills. And not lying, these are really good papers with really good practical hints in these curriculums. Okay. All right, I'll just take up some doubts here. Monica says, which soft skills we can learn through ACCA like Tally, Excel, or any? See, what you have mentioned, Tally, Excel, these are not soft skills, these are professional skills, which, so you may not be learning Tally as such, but you will definitely learn Excel, which is really a go-getter for your corporate careers. You will learn about communication skills, analytical skills, professional skepticism. Okay, really, there are proper marks for displaying commercial acumen. So if you display these skills in your paper, you get marks at the professional level. So out of 100 marks, everyone, very interesting. You might not have heard about it anywhere else. So for a 100-mark paper, questions are there only for 80 marks. So you might have heard, initial days, extra marks for good handwriting. So here you write your paper just for 80 marks. 20 marks you get for how you write those 80 marks. Whether you are displaying communication skills. And when I say communication skills, it just doesn't mean the soft speaking skills, but how you are writing reports. See, as you qualify as professional accountants, you're going to be writing reports to the senior management. Are you ready for it? ACC will make you ready for it. Okay, so you have got communication skills tested. You have got commercial acumen. How aware are you of the business environment? Are you just bookish or you have practical world experience? ACC gives you marks for that. And really interesting. You will learn all of these tricks and techniques in your preparation. You get marks for analysis and evaluation. How well are you able to analyze some data? Because see, calculations and all you can do, even computers can do. But in-depth analysis to draw conclusions out of them, that is something a human professional can do. And you will learn those skills. Okay, so like these, there are 4 skills, professional skills, which are tested in the professional level papers that give you the edge in terms of the soft skills that you're looking out for, Monica. Navya says, is it possible to give all papers is it necessary to give all the papers at each level? Yes, it is necessary, but if you have some prior qualification, you may be exempt for appearing for these papers. Like I was telling you, I was a chartered accountant before I became an ACCA. So I just had to write these professional papers. Okay, so I wrote 4 papers and I became an ACCA because I was a chartered accountant. So depending on your different qualifications, and I'm going to be covering that in the upcoming slides, you will be eligible for some exemptions. Okay. Then Shruti says, if CA articleship is completed, then is there any benefit in those 36 months training? The best thing about ACCA is that if you have done 36 months or 3 years of CA articleship, you get the credit for those many months or years in ACCA. So for example, like I was a CA, I had already completed my 3 years of articleship. I did not have to go through another 36 months of professional experience requirement. Those 3 years which I did in articleship got counted as it is in my PER requirement. So I did not have to do anything special. So if you have completed your CA articleship, you are through with that requirement also. Okay. So yes, so if you have completed your 3 years of articleship, you will need to get a sign off from your CA, whatever, whoever is leading you from the CA side, and you will get your qualification or your experience counted as PER for ACCA purposes. Shruti. Um, who has logged in using test email, ID? I am not able to understand your question. Can a SP student appear for ACCA? What do you mean by SP? And please let me know your name as well. Sheikh, US CMA versus ACCA, again, it's different. CMA is focused more or less only on management accounting, whereas ACCA gives you an overall exposure in all the accounting and financial disciplines. So ACCA is a more robust and more enhanced course. But yes, if you want to focus in your career on management accounting, then US CMA is also an equally good course. Secretarial practice, I'm not very sure if there is direct exemptions available for it, but you can check with the counselors at VGLD. They will help you in getting clarity from ACCA if they give some exemptions on it. Okay. So that's about the ACCA curriculum and levels. If I miss out on any query, please just post it again and I'll take it up. All right, let's move to the next slide. Now, those of you who want to start ACCA immediately after class 10. Okay. Sheikh, definitely. I have had students who are, if you are consistent with those 2 hours which you can devote daily, you can definitely pass your exams in ACCA because you can choose the number of papers you can give. And I'll come to that also, that how many papers you can give. There's no group concept. Just allow me some time, I'll cover that. But yes, you can definitely pass ACCA. All right, coming to the FIA route. So the 3 levels which you see here, knowledge, skill, and professional, these 3 levels, you get to take them up after you're done with class 12. And I would suggest to do ACC after class 12 only, because when you are in like class 11 and 12, you get some experience in your accounting and financial discipline through your stream that you have chosen. But nevertheless, ACC doesn't stop you, because see, the reason I'm saying is because you're too young after class 10. So that's why. But otherwise, no stopping you. ACC gives you that flexibility. So if you are a beginner or you're taking up this course right after class 10, just imagine you are pursuing a professional qualification after 10th. Nothing like it. You get an early start in your career. So FIA, Foundations in Accountancy, is the entry route into ACCA for students without passing 12th. Again, it comprises 3 papers, FBT, FMA, and FFA. Ma'am, are these some new papers? No, these are just foundations in BT, that is business technology, foundations in management accounting, and foundations in financial accounting. So even after class 10, you can pursue ACCA by appearing for these 3 papers. These are nothing but the papers which you are seeing in the knowledge level also. Okay. After completing FIA, students directly enter the ACCA applied skill level. So of course, you don't have to appear for the knowledge level papers again. Flexible and affordable for school leavers and non-commerce backgrounds. Okay, so if you do not have expertise in finance and accounts, maybe if you have not chosen finance and accounts, you can take up this FIA route. But specifically, therefore, you do not have to wait for class 12. You can take up ACCA right after your class 10 in the FIA route. Okay. But I see, I think the crowd here is more after class 12. Now, let us cover this ACCA exam structure, the three levels in detail, what you can expect in your exams, like an overview of overall all these subjects. So yes, there are three papers, BT, MA, and FA at the knowledge level. Exam type, as I was mentioning it to you briefly earlier, the exam type is on demand computer based exams. So, as I've told you, all exams of ACCA are CBE. Ma'am, what is CBE? Computer based exam. So, exam type is on demand computer based exam available any time of the year. So, let's say uh, you are taking the classes today for any of these three papers, and after 1 week, you have practiced everything and you're ready to give the paper. You can demand. So, like you can set up your requirement on the ECCA portal and you can literally sit for the exam in the next 2 days. Okay, so that is the flexibility it offers. Global pass rate is 82%. And I'm sure it's going to be really amazing to sound to the ears because 82% pass mark, that means if 100 students are sitting for the exam, 82 students pass it. Okay, so it has got a very good pass rate. And more so, it gets enhanced if you're taking classes at VGLD. The pass rate is 90% plus. That's like superb. Okay. Ma'am, one question. I was expecting this question but didn't come. Ma'am, do we have to sit for all papers together? No. You can choose the paper, you can choose the order at your convenience. If you want to appear BT first, go for BT. If you want to appear MA first, go for MA. Then FA, then BT, or any permutation combination that works out best for you and whenever it works out for you. So let's say you want to give the BT paper in December, FA in February, MA in let's say April, you can do that. And literally any date on any month. Okay, so that is the flexibility you get at the knowledge level. Okay, so if you are class 12th pass out and you want to start off your career with ACCA, these are the papers that you're going to be looking out for. Okay, that's the knowledge level papers. Then skill level papers. I've already given you the full form for these papers. These are the 6 papers. Exam type, here you get 4 sessions per year. Okay, you get 4 sessions per year. So what are those 4 papers? Now 4 sessions: March, June, September, and December. So there are exams with fixed timetables scheduled in March, June, September, and December. That is, every quarter you can sit for these exams. Ma'am, do I have to write all the papers in just one session? No, it's on you. You want to give one exam, give one. You want to give two, give two. You want to give three, give three. Any number of papers you want to write together, do it. It is completely at your disposal. So to answer your question, Monica, can we give 2 papers in a month? Yes, you can. No one is stopping you. That is the best quality about ACCA, the flexibility. Yes, there will be centers. You have to go to a center to write your computer-based exam. Earlier, you could write remote exams also, but now that has been withdrawn. So I don't want to talk about it for, in much more detail. Earlier, you could give remote exams from your home also, but now it's just center-based exam. You have to choose a center to write your paper. Without job, without PR, can we get a job? You can get a job, but then you won't have the expertise which the employers will be asking or needing. So you might not get a very good position. So it is always recommended that you do your professional experience, maybe along with the, studies or maybe after it. And that's also the beauty of ACCA, that there is no prerequisites that you can write any paper after completing your PER only. You can do it before, during, after, as per your convenience. Whenever it is convenient for you to do the PER, you can do it. Okay, Sheikh? Alright, so the global pass rate for these papers is ranging between somewhere around 45 also, but mostly 45 to 65% pass rate for each of these papers. Whereas the VGLD pass rate is again very high. You get 80 to 90% pass rates at VGLD. Okay. So globally also, if you just look at the global rate also, it's a very high pass rate, whereby at least 100 students appearing for a paper, 50 to 60 pass, right? You might have heard pass rates like 10%, 15% in papers like CA, but here your chances of passing definitely improves. I've told you so much about the flexibility which ACCA gives, so it definitely improves your propensity to pass the papers. That is why we see such high pass rates, not because it is easy or something, but because of the flexibility, the choice that you get. Okay. Professional level, as I was telling you, SBL plus SBR2 mandatory papers, and 2 out of 4 optional papers. Best thing, case study based questions. You will be given case studies, different case studies, like in the AFM paper, you will get 3 case studies. Okay, AFM, APM, all these optional papers, you get 3 case studies. In SBL paper, you just get 1 detailed case study. So literally, they will set the entire environment as if you are working for a company. And this is the scenario that you are facing, and you have to solve these many problems which the company has experienced. Really, really interesting. Okay. And then 4 sessions per year. Again, same sessions which you're seeing over here: March, June, September, and December. Global pass rate around 45 to 55%, with VGLD pass rate around 80 to 85%. So I see a doubt, is the exam center available in all cities or some select cities only? There are some selected cities. You can get to see the cities available to you on the ACCA global website. Okay, so whatever is most near, I mean the nearest to you, you can choose those centers. Okay, so these are the 3 levels and the type of questions which you get in the exam. VGLE students consistently score above the global average across all the levels. You can see that in the pass rates. It is the gold approved learning partner by ACCA UK. There are no scholarships, but again, if I mean, the counselors will be able to guide you better on this. Okay, Sheikh? 100% live plus recorded classes with mock tests and personal mentorship. When you enroll yourself, you get live sessions like the one we are having right now. You can ask your queries, you can get immediate resolution to your doubts. Okay, you also get the recorded backup if you want to rewatch something later. Then that's like a perfect setup for a good preparation. Very good question which Monica has raised. I will read out to you. If we are not able to pass any paper, then we will need to pay again for that particular paper. Yes, you will need to pay for that paper again. So if you pass it, done and dusted. But if you unfortunately fail, you will have to pay the fees again for that particular paper for sitting for the exam. Okay, we'll come to the fees also. The lectures are conducted in English because you're going to be writing your papers in English. The lectures also at VGLD are conducted in English so that you are also able to converse and therefore write your papers in the desired language. There is no limit. Shruti is asking me, ma'am, can appear in a single paper? How many times can one appear in a single paper? If failed, there is no limit. You can appear 3 times also, 6 times also, 10 times also, but you won't get to that point. You will definitely pass. It has got a very good high pass rate. So I've not seen a student fail so many times, but yes, ACCA does not impose any limitation on the number of attempts you can give for a paper. You can appear as many times. Ashish, it's on you. If you want to do self-study, you can do self-study. If you want to take up a personal tutor, if you have a personal tutor, you can take up classes from a personal tutor also. You can take up classes at VGLD also, where under one umbrella, you will get faculties for all the subjects and experienced faculties who are themselves ACCA, guiding you in your ACCA journey. So it is a way open for you. It's not like you have to take coaching, but yes, then there are definitely benefits of taking a coaching to guide you in your preparation, not just to pass, but at a great level of conceptual clarity. Is the study material provided from ACC Institute or we have to purchase it separately? The study material relevant for your classes is provided along with the classes. If you're taking, your registrations with VGLD, if, however, you choose to do self-study, you will need to purchase books from publications which are available in the market. Then you will have to purchase it separately. It is not a part of your ACCA fees that you get books along with it. For self-study, you will need to buy the books. So we have different publications. You can buy the books from those publications which are available in the market. Yes, I'm going to be covering the fee structure very soon. Institute will not provide you the study material. Like you get the material in CA from the institute itself. ACC does not provide you the institute directly, but yes, there is digital content available from ACCA. So once you register with ACCA, you can access their ACCA study hub where you get the content in digital format only, no books otherwise. But that's again, once you register with ACC, then only you'll be able to access it. Okay. All right, let's move ahead. Now let's come to the exemption slide, which I was talking about earlier. So if you are BCom qualified, you have to write 8 exams. You are exempt from 5 papers. Now, which all papers you are exempt from? If you want to get those details, please get in touch with the VGLD counselors. They will guide you on this. But just to give you a context, if you are BCom qualified, or let's say, ma'am, I am qualified 1 year of BCom, 2 year of BCom. So those what all exemptions are available to you, the counselors will be able to guide you in much more detail depending on case to case basis. What all papers you have chosen, it depends on that. But I'm covering here in a general sense what all papers you will be exempt for. Okay. No, you will be considered as IPCC pass out Shruti, and the exemptions which are available to you here, they will be available. Okay. So basically, if you are IPCC passed out, you don't have to write your knowledge level papers. You just have to write 10 exams, that is at the skill level and the professional level. So 10 papers that you have to write. But again, please reach out to the counselors to guide you on which all papers exactly. Right. So if you're a CA, as I was telling you, I had to just write 4 exams. So this is what it is. 4 exams. I was exempt from 9 papers. So maximum exemptions you get if you are a CA or you are an Indian CMA with more than 5 years of experience. Then also you just have to write 4 papers with 9 papers being exempt. If you're IPCC qualified, you need to write 10 papers. If you have done both IPCC and BCom, then you just have to write 7 exams. Okay, if you have done IPCC along with BCom, then you have to write just 7 papers. 6 of your papers are exempt. If you are an Indian CMA, qualified Indian CMA with less than 5 years, then you will need to write 6 exams with 7 exemptions. This is a broad idea of the exemptions that you get. Please let me know if you have any queries or if I'll be able to guide you, or you can get in touch with the counselors. I'll let you know. Excuse me for a second, okay? Just go through this. Let me know if you have any queries. These exemptions can be claimed only once. Yes, you will need to apply for these exemptions at the time of your registration. Whatever is your status at the time of registration, you get those exemptions at that time. Okay, these all exemptions have to be applied for right at the time of registration with ACCA. Okay. I'll come back to that, Shahid. Okay, let's move to the next slide then. CA versus ACCA, we get this question a lot. If I clear group 1, remaining exemptions, Shruti. So, as in, if you're group 1 cleared, it is considered normally as an IPCC pass out only. Therefore, you'll have to write 10 papers. However, you can get some case-to-case basis exemptions also. So, please reach out to the counselors to help you with the exemptions which will be available to you. Okay, but that analysis can be done by the counselors only. In a normal situation, you'll be considered as a IPCC pass out only, even if you're qualified one group of the CA final. If you qualify group 2 also, then again, those 9 paper exemptions will apply. You would just have to write the 4 papers. Okay, Shruti? All right. So now let's take a look at CA versus ACCA. CA is governed by ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. ACCA is governed by Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. No, that's what I was telling, that you apply for the exemption. So the question which Shruti is asking, I'll just read out for everyone, is that if I qualify as a CA during my ACCA journey, then can further exemptions be claimed? No. The exemptions are taken at the time of registration only. But again, case-to-case basis, you can take much more details about these exemptions from counselors. They will be able to guide you better on this. But we take the exemptions at the time of registration itself. All right, let's move ahead. So, CA qualification is recognized in India and some of the Gulf countries, whereas ACCA is recognized in 180 plus countries worldwide. Okay. Ashish has a query. I'll take up your query. Let's cover this slide and then I'll come back to your query, Ashish. So CA normally takes about 4 to 5 years. Okay, depends on attempts. Bare minimum, it will take 4 years, like starting from your CPT till the CA final. So it normally takes 4 years, but again, it can go beyond that also. We have had a lot of stories, people passing it in many, many, many years. But on an average, I would say it takes about 4 to 5 years. Whereas you can complete your ACCA in 1 to 3 years. Like I was telling you, I was a qualified ACCA within 6 months. Right? So general time, on an average time basis, 1 to 3 years are needed to pass the ACCA course. Now, the focus of CA is on Indian accounting standards, Indian taxation, companies acts. Whereas ACCA is a global qualification, it gives you the focus on IFRS, which is International Financial Reporting Standards, the global financial reporting, international taxation, tax laws, right? International financial discipline. You get it all. Then there are fixed exam windows in May and November for CA. Then for ACCA, I've already talked about this in detail. You can get on-demand CBEs for your knowledge level papers. And there are 4 sessions in a year for skill and professional level papers. Okay. Then the pass rate for CA is 8 to 15% overall. It has been lower also. Like I remember, like when I qualified my CA final, the pass rate was around 4%. That means 100 students appearing, only 4 could pass. Then here for ACCA, as I've already covered, 45 to 55% overall, but again, it varies from paper to paper, and these are all published by ACCA, how many students pass the paper. Okay. Then salaries, we can get salaries ranging between 6 to 10 lakhs. Again, this is on average level only. There are some qualified chartered accountant who have landed jobs at 28 also, 30 lakhs also. But again, these are some specific cases. So 6 to 10 lakhs being an ACCA, it also has an average around that range only, around 8 to 15 lakhs for a fresh qualified ACCA. You can get big, and this average is slightly on a higher side because ACCA gets you to work in any country around the world. And a lot of countries pay you on a very good side in the fresh, for the fresh students also, for the fresh accountants, freshly qualified accountants also. So that is why it pushes up the average. Okay. Then group aggregation, one very important distinguishing point and the rigidity and flexibility of CA and ACCA is that you need to pass CA papers as a group. Like let's say there are 4 papers in any one group of CA, you need to be passing and getting aggregate score. So you have to get the 40, which is the passing mark, you have to get 40 and then aggregating 50% marks also to qualify as a group. There is no such group concept, no such aggregation in ACCA. Papers are treated individually as it is. It's not combined or aggregated with some other paper. Okay, there is no group or aggregation in ACCA, whereas there is group or aggregation in CA. Now I'll take up the doubts which are there in the chat. Ashish says that, ma'am, right now I am in 3rd semester and I'm planning to start it after 6th semester after taking some knowledge in related subjects. Will I be able to get exemptions? Yes, definitely. So if you're going to be taking a ACCA after your 6th sem, you will definitely get exemptions. Basically, if you have qualified as a BCom, you can get exemptions, which I've already talked about in the earlier slide. But I would suggest, Ashish, not to just think about exemptions. There is always goodness in learning about subjects. So, if you appear for the papers also along with your preparation right away, see, as early as you can start, the better it is. And ACCA is giving you that flexibility to start as at any level that you are at. So I would not suggest as a mentor to you to wait for 1.5, 2 years to start off ACCA. You can write the papers. In the meanwhile, as you are doing your 6th sem, you might have qualified some of the papers already. Okay. And there is no such thing like you have to be BCom pass out only to be appearing for the strategic professional level. It is very much possible that you qualify all the skill level papers, whatever you have to give, and some professional level papers also. It is also possible that you become an ACC before you qualify in BCom, because you can write as many papers as and when you want. So don't lose time. Time is your currency. Remember that in life, generally also, time is your currency. Never waste time. So if you get the flexibility to start anytime, you should take it up. That's my suggestion. But yes, if you start after the 6th sem, you will get the exemptions that you get to a BCom qualified. Is ACC Institute withdrawing this exemption system? No, no, no. There's no such withdrawal of exemptions. You will continue to get the exemptions as we have discussed. If Pratyaksh asks me, ma'am, if I pursue ACCA with BCom, how many years it can take to clear? Around 1 to 3 years. See, more or less, I would say 2 to 3 years. But if you're very quick, you can quickly give the exams also. But again, on an average basis, if you ask me, 2 to 3 years is what you will need to pass all the papers, Pratyaksh. Ashish says these things are running all the time in my mind, that should I take that much time or should I start now? Now. If you ask me just a one word answer to your question, Ashish, now is the right time. Don't defer or procrastinate. You will learn things. So if you take exemption, that's also fine, because exemption is available, that you have, it is because it is assumed that you have learned those things in your BCom papers. But it's never, knowledge will never harm you. If you're learning while you're studying for some papers of ACCA, it's always good. It will help you in your career ahead. That is for sure. In fact, a lot of things which you will learn in the ACC curriculum will help you in your BCom papers also. So that's also a plus. Shruti says, since I already cleared CA final group 2 exam, should I enroll for ACCA now or after clearing group 1, that is after becoming CA? What will you suggest? So the first thing I would suggest to you is get in touch with the counselor, because it is very much possible that you could get some additional exemptions. If there are good number of exemptions that you're getting and some papers only that you have to write, I would suggest to you also to start now. But if you have to write whole 10 papers, then you may wait for clearing your CA final group 2. But again, don't feel or get stuck in life just because you're not able to qualify your group 2 CA final. That might also make you blocked in terms of your ACCA journey. So you have to do the best math for yourself. If you're very confident that you're going to be clearing the CA final group 2 also, join it after clearing CA final. But if you feel that maybe I'll take some 1 year also now to pass CA, I would suggest start off your journey. Okay, but go with a counselor's word also. You might be able to get some more exemptions. So you have already done a cross check. So you're eligible for 6 exemptions. That means you'll have to write 7 papers. I would suggest you can go with the preparation right away. Some concepts you should learn here might help you in CA final. Whatever you're studying in CA final will help you. Okay, that's perfect. So what you're learning in your CA final will help you in your ACCA journey. Do it. Okay. So definitely if you have gotten a confirmation from ACCA, then you are eligible for 6 exemptions right now. Then I would suggest you should write your papers. Think of it. My suggestion would be never to procrastinate. If you are able to get some time, take out some time for your ACCA preparation, you should do it. All right. Can I move ahead? Any other doubt from this slide? So ACCA, see, both the courses are good. CA gives you the highest financial possible discipline in India. You get the signing authority for financial statements and all only if you are a CA. ACCA will not give you that, but it gives you a global exposure, global learnings, which will give you an edge to fly with your wings, right? Now coming to the expected salary packages. One more very important thing, that you can literally start working at any level in your ACCA journey. So if you have qualified some of the papers of applied skills, you can start working. So there is this portal by ACCA. Just imagine the beauty of it. You can get the jobs listed by ACCA. There is a proper website from ACCA which lists down the jobs which the ACCA approved employers are looking out for to hire. At one place, you get all those jobs. You can search after the webinar is over about ACCA Global Jobs. There is a website by ACCA where you can filter out jobs according to your, well, let me just show you a glimpse of it here itself. Look at this, jobs.accaglobal.com. You can also search for it, jobs.accaglobal.com. So once you have registered, you will be able to log into it. It's taking too much time to load. Once you have created your account, you can literally search for jobs in the country that you are looking out for. Look at this. Like, let's say you're looking for a job in UK or Europe, click on this. And then they will list down the jobs which you're, let's now filter with some country. Let's look for jobs in Ireland. Okay. 149 job listings from Ireland. Okay. And look at this, jobs from Apple. Those are the types of MNCs you can work for. Okay. And you could be at different qualification levels also. Let's say you are ACCA qualified, your ACCA is just skill level qualified. So there are jobs for all these levels. Once you browse through it, all of these details will be available to you in the job posting, like whether they are looking for fully qualified accountants or part qualified accountants also. But yes, you get the opportunity to work right after you have started your ACCA journey. Okay, so if you're semi qualified ACCA, let's say you have qualified your applied skills in, or you're in progress, maybe you have qualified some of the papers. There are job postings for you, and part for it's mentioned as part qualified ACCAs. You can get jobs around 6 to 8 lakhs also at the very beginning itself. Okay, yes, you will. I'll come back to your queries. Fully qualified ACCA, you can get 12 to 20 lakhs also. Then as you progress ahead, see, one thing is very certain. Any qualification that you do, again, talking from experience over here, I've been working in the corporates for the last 10 years, more than 10 years now. Any qualification that you do, you have to be competent on your own also. No qualification can make you competent for everything in life. A lot of things you have to keep on learning and upgrading in your life. So you can rise up to any level. Any qualification which you do gives you an entry ticket. That's for sure. To enter big companies, to make a mark while you are starting off your career. That's for sure. But to grow, you have to be having a lot of skills in your life, and that is what will help you rise in your career. Maybe as managers or senior finance professionals, you might be having companies chasing you, not you chasing the companies, if you are that skilled and expertise, right? So you can be working in the big fours like Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, and EY. You can get good packages there. And as I was saying, so where ACC members work, they work in big fours like EY, PwC, Deloitte, KPMG, MNCs like Amazon, HSBC, Shell, JP Morgan, then global shared services centers. Okay, figures are indicative based on industry surveys and placements of the VGLE student. That's a disclaimer for you. Okay. So that's about the expected salary packages. You were asking about it and you get the answer. So this is what you can expect. And best part, you can get these jobs at different levels also. Okay, I understood. I saw that you got logged out. No problem. So we were just discussing about these salary packages, which you can see on your screen. I will now take up the queries which I see in the chat. Yes, so Monica, just like you get stipend while you are doing your CA articleship, you also get salary while you are doing your PER. Okay. Rajat says, do we get passing certificate after passing each level, or you get only one certificate only after completing all the levels? You will get passing mails, and certificate you get only after you qualified all the papers. Sorry. You will get mails available on your registered email ID about you having passed and what mark you got. She says, as all the exams are computer based, is it necessary to learn first all the skills like Tally, etc., Excel? No. Ashish, like for example, like when I'm taking the classes, I will literally share my notes in Excel. I will make my students solve everything in Excel. So that's where you having this private, you taking classes and getting a mentor for you really helps you, because right from class 1, it's very clear, no pen and paper allowed. You just have to be using your computer, or if needed, a calculator. That's it. No pen and paper in any class. So that's what will help you prepare. That's what will help you prepare. You don't have to be doing some prior courses to become eligible to write the papers. Is passing rate required to register in ACCA? No such passing rate. They just look at your subjects, what you have studied, and there's no such limit which is said that you have to get so much score only to pass, to register, sorry. And if you ask me, what is the passing mark in ACCA? So all the papers are 100-mark papers, and you need to be scoring 50% marks. to the paper. So 50% marks is the passing paper. So for PER, there are some conditions which an organization has to qualify to help you get the PER requirement qualified. Again, ACCA lists down those conditions. The counselor, or in fact, if you can get in touch with your ACCA body also to get details of what all organization, like if you have already worked in some organization, will it be eligible under PER? You can get further clarity on it from ACCA also. Because again, these are some case specific points where the counselors or ACCA body will be able to guide you better. All right. So a lot of universities have tied up with ACCA, so they are offering the same courses only. So if you take up the ACCA with some university which is tied up with them, you can do that as well. Navya. So they are offering the same courses only. The subjects are same. They are just tied up with some BCom related courses also. BCom related subjects. Okay, let's move ahead. So there are going to be some changes which are going to come in 2027, effective from the June 2027 session. So the number of papers will get changed and all. But not to get into the specifics of it here, uh, but just to give you a glimpse of what you're going to be expecting, is ACC is introducing a revamped syllabus aligned with future skills. You're going to be learning digital accounting tools and automation modules. See, we all are living in the era of automation, and ACCA recognizes it. It is literally transforming its syllabus to live with these principles, which are really going to be applicable in your life, practical life. Ethics and AI application. Ethics is going to be really needful for you as professionals. So it is going to be having more elements. It is already having elements of ethics and AI, but it's going to be advancing it further in the curriculum. The changes which are going to take effect from June 2027. There will be more emphasis on sustainability and ESG reporting. We already have these topics in the current curriculum, but the focus is going to increase further from the June. And these are some big shot changes which are happening in 2027. So there will be more of these requirements there. Then data analytics integration in papers like SPL and SBR. Really a big step by ACCA to get you ready of what you're going to get in your practical work life. Okay, now I get some doubts. Ashish asks, ma'am, like in the upcoming year, say I attempted level 1 and luckily I passed all of them. Do I have to give exams of level 2 in the next year, or can I take more time? You can take more time, Ashish. You can take a gap also. It's not like if you have done certain number of papers, you have to write all the papers in 1 year itself. You can take your time, just stay registered with ACCA so that your whatever you have passed out, they remain in your records. But there's no such timeline that you like we see in ACCA. I mean, like we see in CA now, that there has to be 9 months gap or 2 years gap after you have qualified your CA and all. I mean, IPCC, then you give your CA final. There is no such time gap. So I have literally had students who have written their skill level paper in June, and they join me in my professional level classes in September. So there's no time foundation at all. You need time, you take time. If you don't need time, you can write the papers in any order as you want. Okay. So Navya asked me, ma'am, the first ACC exam will be March 2026. Yes. The next attempt that is going to be coming here would be March 26. So we have already started our live batch. Just this last week, last Saturday, Sunday, we kicked off our batches for March 2026 attempt. And the best thing about the classes at VJLD is that the classes are done on the weekends. So even if you're working, even if you're studying, you can definitely take out time during the weekends and prepare yourself for the ACCA course. Navya, I will just let you know. 1 second. So let me know here. I've messaged you, and my team will connect with you further on this. Okay. So Sheikh asks me, ma'am, you can definitely get education loans. In fact, VGLD also offers EMI. VGLD also offers EMI. You can opt for those EMI options also to take up the course. So the first exam will be yes. So I was just addressing your query, Navya, that yes, the first exam will be in March. We have had the latest batch already started off, and that's gonna just give you a head start. And there is 100%. Everyone, listen to me very, very carefully. All the classes which we take here at VGLD, you get 100% backup of it on your LMS. You can watch the recorded lectures also. So let's say you're not able to join live class, you will get the backup of it on your LMS. You will get the faculty notes also on your LMS. Okay. There is placement assistance from the VGLD team. Okay. So that's really going to be helping you in your, not just in your studies, but also in your job career ahead. Okay. Now coming to the ACCA body fees, this is the fees which ACCA institutes charges. You have an initial registration fees which is £30, but this is currently free, so you can avail that. There is an annual subscription of £140. So once you start off your journey with ACCA, you will have to pay this annual fees as students, and then later also when you qualify as accountants, you will have to be paying this annual fees. Again, this fees will differ at the different levels, like students it is different, members it is different. But yes, there is an annual subscription of £140. Okay. Then knowledge level exam. So you saw that there are 3 papers at the knowledge level exam. So you have to give a fees for writing this exam, and that is £86 per paper. Applied skill exams, £147 per paper. Then strategic business leader exam, one of the mandatory papers at the professional level. The fees is £260 per paper. And the other 3 professional exams that you have to write, that is £185 per paper. So you have to write all these papers, or else, even if you are taking exemption, now, let me be clear, even if you're taking exemption, you will have to pay fees for taking these exemptions also. So these fees will be there, okay? And you will have to, like, even if you write the paper or if you take the exemption, in both the cases, this fees will be there for the exams that you are seeing. This is an annual fees, and these are the exam paper level fees that you have to pay. Okay, this is the fees which is charged by ACCA Institute, and you will get in touch. I mean, again, for the coaching, there will be separate fees. Okay. So I will share across my email ID here if anyone. So for my personal contact details, those of you who are asking, you can reach out to me on cajananushka@gmail.com. That's my personal email ID, those of you are asking. And I also have a YouTube channel where I upload videos related to ACCA. Okay, you can search me by the name of CA Anushka Jain, ACCA. So you can get in touch with me over email, or if you want, you can check out my channel also. Ashish says, as I'm planning to shift to South Korea as it is my dream country, what I'm trying to ask that after completing all ACCA levels in India, how should I go there? Land yourself a job in South Korea. Like I was showing you the ACCA portal. Just let me take you back to the jobs portal. You can search for jobs depending on whichever country you're looking out for. Like I have searched Europe, you can search for jobs in Korea also. Okay, so check out this website to get an idea of whatever jobs you can get in different countries. That's jobs.accaglobal.com. Okay. Sorry. So already covered this. Let's quickly walk through this. VGLE is a legacy of CA Vinod Gupta sir. It's a VGLE is a gold approved learning partner. We have got experienced faculties and industry experts to guide you in your journey. There is a structured study plan, mocks and doubt support that you get when you enroll yourself for classes at VGLE. Past results and student success stories, endless. I have had so many students who have got world ranks. Okay, I have just outnumbered the count in my head now. So you get those success stories from all the faculties across at VGLD. There is guidance on exemptions, registration, and exam planning, which you can get with the counselors, right? Uh, the placement assistance is definitely there. The counselors will be able to guide you better on it. Navya, you will have to first register yourself with ACCA. The counselors will be able to guide you on it. Okay. So you can have a look at these world ranks. Vaishali was also my student in PM paper, got All India rank one. So many of these have been the success stories, and this is just one small page that you're seeing. We have had endless success stories at PGLD for a lot of papers, um, right? So that's just a snapshot for you, and you have this offer also currently going on. This is free ESG FM course for ACC enrollment. If you enroll within the next 2 days, you get these free courses also. Okay. This is the team's WhatsApp number, right? If you want to connect with the team here directly, you can get in touch with the team. So what I called out in the earlier slide here, like the registration is free. One second. Initial registration fees, which is currently £30. This is free. So it's a limited time deal. So you can get in touch with the team here. Okay. Now, just let me know if you have any further doubts. So that was about your roadmap to ACCA in 2026-27. Apart from what we have covered, as a personal guidance and support to you, I would suggest don't think too much. If you overthink some decision, you just take up too much time in it. I would always suggest act fast. So whatever decision you take, whether you take up the course or not take up the course, just think about it, what impact it can have in your career, where you want to see yourself in the next 5 years, 10 years down the line, and take the decision. You will get a better choice. All right. If there are, okay, oh, sorry, so there's some query. Yes, yes, you can register directly with the ACCA Institute. You can, Ashish. If you take personal tutoring also, you can directly register with the ACCA. So the website is accaglobal.com, and you can refer to the website for more details on how to register. accaglobal.com is the website. Any other doubt? Please let me know. All right. So if there are no queries, then we will wrap up the session. I'm sure I will meet you again as you register for the course. Think wise and take this decision for your career ahead. Right? So should we wrap up? Any other doubts? Yeah, yeah. Please tell me, Ashish. Let me know if whatever you want to ask. Any other doubt also, anyone? Feel free to ask. Take best use of your time. Any doubt? Don't feel shy if it might be a silly or something. Just note down my email ID. It is cajanushka@gmail.com. If you want to get in touch with me personally, please reach out to me on my email and I'll get back to you. Or else, as I was displaying, the team's number, if you want here also, please look at this number here for direct connect with the team. All right, that was my pleasure to connect with you all. I hope I helped you get some direction in your life and wish you all the very best. Whatever choice you make, do well in life. Bye bye, and please take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Thank you. I'm glad to have helped you, Pratyaksh. Thank you so much.